Okay, so welcome. Today we're going to go over how to schedule post, and I'm going to give a few people time to log on here, about 2 to 3 minutes. Go ahead and drop your hello in the comments so I can see who just joined, because it doesn't really tell me who's joining, but I know that people are joining. Let me know if you can hear me. Mainly today we're going to go over how to post manually through Facebook, through TikTok, and as well as Instagram. Hi Paige, thank you so much. If you're just joining, go ahead and drop a hello so I can see if you guys have any comments or questions. Hi Monica, throughout, Christy and Andrea. If you guys have any questions, I'll address them all at the end. Hi, Melissa. And then from there, in the meantime, I'm just going to go through the whole training. And then as you have questions, you can drop them and I'll go revisit afterwards. So I did kind of preload a few things. I'll kind of show you what I did, but I wanted to kind of get everything ready. So I have a few tabs open on my screen. And also, I created a mini video that I will play so you can kind of see how do I set up drafts and stuff. So that way, hopefully, so everyone hears me. Okay, cool. So I'm kind of reading the comments here a little bit. So I want to start with Facebook, but first, then I'm going to use TikTok because of Reels. So you can reuse your Reels. You can schedule this through the computer. The only it could be the internet too. I'm not sure. I guess it's going to depend. Is the screen blurry for everyone, or if y'all can drop some feedback so I know if it's just over here, if it might be the internet. So in the meantime, while I wait for you guys to give me some feedback in the comments, I am going to go over, and this will also, I'm recording the screen, so on the playback, everything should be clear. So if for any reason the internet is not showing very well, I am recording these sessions. Okay, so it is a little blurry. It could be because I have a few tabs open. I'm not 100% sure, but hopefully we'll kind of get through it. And like I said, on the playback, everything should be a little bit clearer if you need to revisit anything. But mainly, more than anything, we're going to go over where things are located and how you can access the scheduling. So I'm going to do free scheduling versus a paid scheduling service, such as a company like Later.com, which we'll get into in a little bit. Yeah, so it looks like it's a little bit blurry. I wonder how I can. Let me close some of these tabs and I'll just, oops, cancel. What's happening? Oh yes, leave. Okay, so that was my cover image. So let me go back to Facebook here. Let me know. I did close a couple of tabs. Hopefully that makes it a little bit easier to see. Let me close that. I don't want that there. Okay. All right. So here I am on my business page. Let me go ahead and discard this. So here, this is a page I'm not really using because I want to push the group. So with that being said, this is just as if I had my business page and how I would go about scheduling. So I'm going to hit create post right here. And right here, as you can see, this was my draft I already had worked on, but you would upload, there'll be a option to upload. So you would upload your image or your video. In this case, I'm uploading a video for the purpose of just kind of like training in general. So once you go through here, you're going to go ahead and let's say you upload a video and you want to add a cover image, an image that you created in Canva. If you didn't watch last week's tutorial on how to create branded post in Canva, go back and revisit because it will kind of help with this portion of the uploading and everything. So when I hit video options, I'm going to put my video title in here, close this out, and I'm going to name this Saving Reels to Drafts. And this is mainly for Instagram, but I was trying to use something that would help both sides. Yeah, I think it might be the internet. I'm sorry guys if it's a little blurry, but mainly if you can just stick around and kind of watch just what I'm doing. I know it might be like kind of hard to see, but more than anything, I want to see kind of where the icons are. So someone is asking, where do I find the Canva video tutorial? I do have a guide section, which is a quick tab on the group page that you can access old guides. So I have mini tutorials, which are like the little less than 5-minute videos. And then I have the live playbacks. Those will be available until December 2020, until we launch the subscription plan. All the playbacks will only be available through paid subscription starting in January. But I am going to go through the training, and I will answer additional questions towards the end because I want to make sure that I can give you the full tutorial. So I went ahead and I added my video title, and then from there I like to turn on auto-generated captions, because if someone for some reason's at work and they can't listen to it but they can read the subtitles, so I'll also hit auto-generate subtitles. And then I want to change my thumbnail here. So let's say the option is to choose suggested, which normally you can pick something from your actual video. But what I like to do is I actually like to upload my cover image. So where it says upload image, I'm going to go ahead and upload that cover image, and then I'm going to save this. So now it's saved. I'm going to go ahead and put in my caption. Let's say saving Reels to drafts. And again, this is the manual way. I'm going to show you too how to use a scheduling service and what scheduling service I like, because it covers several platforms. And so from here, I might put like some check marks and everything. Of course, for the tutorial, I'm not going to go through all the caption and all that right now. Mainly, I want to get through how to post. So at the very bottom, you see by the blue button where it says post, in that corner, you'll see schedule post. You're going to hit that, and that's where you're going to schedule these posts. So what I recommend is to do batching. So sometimes what I might do is I might sit down on a weekend and create multiple pieces of content, and then I'll sit down and upload those pieces of content, and then I'll go ahead and share them or schedule them, so that way they just kind of go out when I need them, instead of having to do it every day. So it just really depends. Some people find it easier to post every day and do content every day. Some people rather sit down for an hour to knock out a few pieces of content and then schedule them out. So let's say I want this to be scheduled tomorrow, Friday the 29th, and then I want it to go out, let's say around, 8 a.m. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick 8 a.m. and I'm gonna hit save. And so then once I have that ready to go, and you can always go back and edit it if you want before it posts, but I'm going to hit schedule post. So now it's not going to post yet, but it's going to post tomorrow at 8 a.m. So now that post will be pending. And then from there, I'll go ahead and show you, it's a planner. I don't want to confuse y'all. So see, when I hit the word planner, let me go back and show y'all again. So there's this on the left section here on the panel, there's a thing called planner. So let's say you need to go back and access that scheduled post. You'll actually see right here, I have the scheduled post listed for Friday at 8 a.m. So you could always click on that and edit the post or reschedule the post or move it to drafts or delete it altogether. So that will give you access to go back and find your already planned post. Which will be nice, because if you want to save time and you don't want to be constantly logging in, or you want to put like an admin that works with you or a VA to help you, that would be very beneficial to just get everything scheduled. And then from there, let's see, we're going to go to TikTok next. And the reason I'm going to do TikTok is because if you're already making videos, you might as well just have a TikTok account and cross market the same videos. So I'm going to go ahead and go on here, and I believe I uploaded it. Yes, I did. And on here, I don't know if it's going to allow me through the computer, because I know on my cell phone I can upload it as a slide. So sometimes I do that to use that as my cover image, but you can always pull this through and pick what you want as your cover. I want to see if I can let y'all watch this video, because since I can't screen share on here through my cell phone, I did make this video for the tutorial.
And post and save.
So I don't know if you're going to be able to hear it. Let me know if you can hear the video.
This is going to be a quick little video about how you can post and save your items in your draft. So there's going to be screenshots in the following slides of how you can set everything up so you can go ahead and keep all your reels in a draft so that when you're ready, you can post them. So the next step is going to be going into my reels, and I can go in here and add in my captions. So it would be saving reels to draft for future use. I'm going to keep it kind of simple for now because I'm going to save it as a draft. I'm going to hit my location. You're obviously going to pick the location where you are located. And then here, I want to look through editing the cover. And at the very bottom of the strip, you'll see add from camera roll. So you can add pictures from your camera roll there. And then what I'm going to do to save, on the bottom left, you'll see where it says save draft. I'm going to hit save draft. So now that has been saved, and I can make another reel, and then I'll have a folder of just different drafts saved. Another thing that when you're ready, so by inserting the audio, this video, we're going to hit edit clips. Little video. We're going to go ahead and hit add clip. I'm going to go ahead and add this video in here and hit next.
This is going to be a quick
so now this video will all be together.
This is going to be a quick little video.
Okay. So I try to do the video the best I could with the screen sharing, but the point of this was like how to add additional, and again, I'll post this video on Instagram so y'all can see it, as well as the group, the separate video itself. So you can go back and reference that little mini tutorial I did for this larger tutorial. But the reason I did that is because when you save these drafts, you can eventually go in and like hit submit when you're ready to use them. So you can't really like on Instagram, you can't really like schedule the posts per se. You're going to have to manually push them, which is why for Instagram, I prefer a scheduling service like Later, because you can auto get it up on auto post, or at least it will notify you, and then you'll have everything in one place and you can just hit submit and get those posts out there. So this would be where I want to schedule this video. This is on TikTok. So it'd be allow your video to be saved for scheduling. I'd put allow. And this is all from the computer on my, instead of doing it through TikTok. But so this was kind of a combination of the Instagram, saving it in drafts, because you can't actually schedule it like on Instagram and TikTok. But here on TikTok, I can schedule this to go out tomorrow again at 8 a.m. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit schedule. Now I'll probably go back and edit it later, but this is just for demo purposes. So now that's it. Now this one's scheduled on TikTok, done through the desktop version of TikTok. And now it'll show at the bottom a little timestamp of when this video will be posted. So those are the 3 ways to manually post. To TikTok and Facebook, you can actually schedule with times and dates. With Instagram, a lot of it's going to be kind of getting it saved in there as content, but you're going to have to manually push it out. So now let's go over a system like something like Later. So if you go to later.com, this is what the landing page looks like. You would go ahead and create an account. Now they have a free version. I think there's quite a bit of limitations on the free version. I pay for the starter pack, so not the most expensive. I've actually paid for the most affordable one that they have, which is $18 a month, and it allows me to have several social media platforms where I can post. So I'll kind of show you up here. They have where in this top bar where it says schedule to, you have Instagram, I have TikTok, Pinterest, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and I think they even have a few other so if you upgrade, you have access to more social sets. To be honest with you, I mainly just use Facebook and Instagram, and then I repost my content that is video content to TikTok. So let's go through their system here. So they have this thing called a media library. So when you create, let's say either you're creating your content or somebody else is creating your content, you can upload all of the content into this arena. And then when you hit calendar, you can go in and I can pick when I want this calendar to post. Now, later is kind of nice because it'll kind of tell you, eventually it's going to kind of learn when are the best times to post, and it might make suggestions. Like right here it says, find the best time to post. It'll kind of help give you ideas and everything. I don't have my Facebook connected right now. I really didn't want to go into that aspect too much because the DPC social that I have, I'm not really posting to it. But one thing that you can do is like I can drag this video and let's say I wanted to post tomorrow again. And I'm just picking 8 a.m. because I'm thinking, okay, my audience, which are typically doctors, are probably getting into their practices around that time. So now this is pulled in there. I can either edit the video, I can change the media if I want to put something else. I'll put my caption in there. It already knows that this post type is a reel. So it's going to post it as a reel, which is nice. And if it's a feed post, it's going to say no because this isn't a feed post, but I'll show you a different one. But this is for reels. And so what's nice is now you don't have to save all the videos in your drafts. You can download them and then just upload everything to the system. So then this will also, you can put in your location in here. If you want to tag anybody, you can't really tag anyone in the reels, but you can tag them on the regular post. And you can share it also to your profile grid, which is your main grid on Instagram. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Oh, profile. Okay, so like this is what they would consider your grid versus right here, these would be all my reels that I have. So there's two different sections and you can kind of see the analytics on each video that I've posted. I'm still obviously in the process of growing this page as well. So from here back to later, you can post it to that grid or you can choose for it to only post to your reels, to the reels section where I showed you, which was this little video icon that says reels on it. So I would go ahead and get everything ready. You can put in hashtag suggestions. So like, let's say I want to put primary care because that's who it'll tell me what the higher usages are. So maybe I'd use doctors and medicine and doctor and healthcare. So you can put in, and the nice thing about later is actually will help you pick a couple of hashtags. Now, hashtags, I now pick maybe 3 to 5. Sometimes I might just do for your page, like FYP. But because the algorithm will sometimes end up seeing what people like, and it'll start putting your content in front of people that like certain types of content. So I don't try to pick too many. I try to pick maybe the top 1 to 5 that I want to use. And for the case of the doctors, like let's say y'all are working with self-employed or entrepreneurs or creatives. So I might use tags that might kind of get in front of some people that would be a good fit for my clinic. Restaurant, or restaurant might be too broad, but just like small business owner, stuff like that, where you can probably get your content in front of those particular people. So that's where you can do your hashtag suggestions. You can save captions in the future. So like you can actually go in here and save all of your captions. If you want to reuse content in the future. I think someone asked me, how do you reuse content? What I do sometimes is I'll archive after, like, maybe let's say it's been a month or two, I'll archive some and maybe make a new post with similar content, because who saw that maybe a month or two ago might, I'm going to reuse that content because I might get new followers that hasn't really seen that content on their feed. So I sometimes do reuse some of my content in the past, depending on the platform or who my audience is. And then after this is all done, I'm going to go ahead and just hit save. And now this is it says post created without publishing method. This post won't be published as its scheduled time to publish, set up publishing method. So hold on a second. So there's an error because here, set up publishing method here. Let's see. Oh, set up auto post. So in order to do auto post, I'm going to have to connect my Facebook page. Let me go ahead and see if I can walk y'all through that. Next. Continue. The thing is, I don't think that DPC social page, it's not pulling up the right one. Let's see, DPC Social. So yours probably will pop up. This is a new page. Like I said, I'm not really marketing the actual Facebook page for DPC Social, but apparently I guess it's found it. And so I'm gonna go ahead and make that connection. And I just kind of give it the access that it needs to do the post that I need it to do. So it's connecting right now. So I am having issues. You guys probably won't have this issue if you have a Facebook page, but at the end of the day, you're going to be able to do auto posting when you connect your Facebook page. Unfortunately, I do have issues because I don't actually have a DPC Social Facebook page, and I did that on purpose because of how I want to use it. But in the end of the day, you can actually download the app on your phone later, and so it'll actually give you a little notification like, hey, you need to post this today at this time, and you can manually just push it and just hit post. And so that way you can still get it posted, but everything's in one place. But obviously the idea is to use the auto posting feature. So if you don't already have a business Facebook page, go to the mini tutorials and look on how you create your business page for Facebook. So that way you can go ahead and connect your Instagram and your Facebook, and you can actually post on both platforms pretty easily. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and now go to TikTok. I'm gonna go to my media library. Let's see. And let's see, I guess, where is my media? So I'm gonna go ahead and drag this for tomorrow at 8. Oh, it's the image. I'm about to re-up. I don't know why the video is not uploading. Of course, this would happen while I'm doing this live. Let's see. Let me try and re-upload it real quick. Oh, because it says unused. Okay, sorry, that's what happened. So there was like already this little filter that was saying, okay, unused media, which I deleted that. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this to tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Now that is posting. Same thing. TikTok does not let you do as much. Hold on, let me close. TikTok does not let you do as much text. So you want to kind of be very like particular of what you want to say. So let's say you're talking about something about a patient, instead of being able to put all the awesome benefits that DPC has to offer, you might just say, you know, just a small like summary of what the video is. So on here, I'm just going to go ahead and just, for the purpose of saving reels to drafts. And then I'm going to go ahead and set up the notification. So see, this is where it says to download the app. So that's what I'm saying. It's going to have everything, and it's going to notify you, okay, 8 o'clock today, go ahead and post this. So then you'll just hit the post button, and it will go ahead and post to your TikTok. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just save it. So it'll be saved on my calendar for that time. I'm gonna get a notification on the app on my cell phone, and I'm gonna go ahead and just hit post. So I know this is a lot of information, so I'm gonna do a little brief summary again of what we went through. So we went through how to schedule posts manually on Facebook. We went over how to save drafts on Instagram so you can post them later manually. And we went over how to schedule posts in TikTok with a timestamp as well, date and time, similar to Facebook, manually. Then we went over later and how you can upload your media for the month. So let's say you have your 30 days of content, or 15 days of content for that month. You upload your media, you go to your calendar, and you start placing all those posts throughout the different days of the week that you want to post. You save everything, make sure your Facebook and your Instagram are connected. So if you don't have a Facebook page or an Instagram, go look at the tutorials and the mini tutorials under guides and see how to set those up, because I have a video for both. And then you can auto post. It will auto post for you. And if it can't auto post certain media, so sometimes it may not be able to post the video automatically, or when you have carousel post where it's like several little pictures in one, you do have to manually post this. So it will send you an it will send you a notification on the Later app on your cell phone. So make sure you download the cell phone app. It will send you a notification, hey, post this. So then all you do is you get in through the Later app, you go ahead, open it up, it'll open the app on your cell phone, and you'll go ahead and post it.